Hi guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. I hope every one of you is doing good. Just want to discuss two things, but before that, let me request you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also make sure to press the bell icon so that whenever I upload a video, you get the notification about the same. Okay. Also, by the end of this video, you will be seeing many other details about HYIT. Please do have a look. It might be helpful to you in some way or the other way. Details about my Telegram channel, both the free ones and the premium ones, details about the training program that I carry out, etc. etc. Okay, so coming back to the topic, two things to discuss over this video. One is that I am backtesting a strategy on crude oil. And I want you all to backtest the same strategy to see if it's effective or not, how effective it is. Okay, but please note that this is not the real strategy that I use in my trading. Okay, the strategy that I use, it's the part of my training program. So the guys who join the training program, those are the only guys who, you know, get to know about that strategy. Okay, now this strategy which I'm going to discuss in this video is just to help you guys. Okay, so I have made a strategy. I want you all to backtest it. Even I am backtesting it. I have prepared it today itself. And it has fetched me with some good profit, the details of which I will be telling in this video itself. I'll also go ahead and explain how to use the strategy. Now, your job and my job is to go ahead and backtest this for weeks or months, and then later we will decide whether this is a strategy which can be used in the live market or not. Okay, please remember that whenever you prepare a strategy, it has to be backtested, and it has to be backtested for a long time. Okay, that is why I'm saying it might take weeks or months to decide on the final decision that whether we can use this strategy in the live market or not. Okay, that is how backtestings are being done. Okay, now the other thing is I was testing, as I told you, I used this strategy today and it fetched me with some nice profits. Okay, the profit was around 30.28% of my total capital. So the capital I was using was 17,500 rupees. The profit that I made using this strategy was 5,300 rupees. If you convert it in terms of percentage, it gives you a profit percentage of 30.28%, which is absolutely huge. Okay, if you go to the private banks, they offer you 6% or max to max 7% of interest for a complete year. Here we are talking about a return of 30% in a single day. Forget about 30%. That's a lot of expectation. Even if you make 5 to 6% every day of your capital, it is a huge deal. Okay, the thing that the private banks are offering you for a year, you will be able to make it on a daily basis. Okay, some losses here and there are fine. I'm talking about the overall profit. Okay, so that is how it should be. Let's see, let's get back to the strategy now. Okay, so the thing that you see on the screen, it has three indicators. Okay, two super trend indicators and one exponential moving average. Okay, if I go to studies, you can see here the value of one super trend is 7.3. The value of the second super trend is 11.2. Okay, now the 11.2 is the faster super trend and 7.3 is the slower super trend, as you can see here, right? 11.2 is the faster one, that is why it is closer to the candles. 7.3 is the slower one, that is why it is far away from the candles. Okay, and this exponential moving average with a value of 34. Okay, now 7.3 is the default value. Most of the guys, they use 7.3. Why 11.2 and why the number 34 for the exponential moving average is, again, I don't want to get inside it. Okay, again, it took a lot of months to decide on these numbers. Okay, so let's not get into those details. Just know that we have three indicators, okay, which includes two super trends and one exponential moving average with these values. Okay, so drawing of the indicators are done on the chart. Okay, now let me take you to my mobile. Okay, these are the orders, these are the things that I traded. As you can see here, I was trading with two megalots initially, and then I added one megalot, so total it became three megalots, and I exited here. Okay, it was a buy order, and I booked my profit by selling the three megalots. Okay, now getting on the no, before I get on to the explanations here, just a moment, just a moment. Sorry about that. So before I get on to the explanations on my orders, let me go ahead and explain how to use the strategy. Okay, let's suppose we want to go long in crude. Okay, we want to buy crude. You need to make sure that all the three indicators are in sync. What I mean is, if you want to go long, if you want to buy crude, all the three indicators should be below the candlesticks. And if you want to sell crude oil, if you want to go short, all the three indicators should be above the candlesticks. Now, let's take the example of buying. Okay, let's take the example of going long in crude oil. Okay, if you want to go long, as I said, all the three indicators should be below the candlesticks. Okay, let's suppose we have a situation wherein two indicators are below the candlestick and one indicator is above the candlestick. Will you take a position? Will you take a long position? The answer is no. The strict rule, or the first rule is, if you want to go long, all the three indicators should be below the candlesticks. Okay, now I hope uh, I hope you got the gist of using the strategy. Okay, that is how strategies work. Okay, so first trade which I took was at 1825. Why I took the trade in the evening is because the volatility or the movement in crude oil comes in the evening. So I normally trade crude oil only after maybe 4 o'clock in the evening, or sometimes even 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but not before that. Okay, because you will not get the movement and you will get stuck. Okay, so the best time to go ahead and trade crude oil is maybe after 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. Okay, so today my first position that I took was at 6:25 in the evening, 6:25 p.m. So which candle is it? 1825. This is the candle. Okay, this one. This is doji. Okay, now what happened? Why did I take the position? The reason I took the position here is because this green candle actually fulfilled our requirement. What is our requirement? That all the three indicators should be below the candlestick. Okay, so this green candle fulfilled that. Remember, rule number two is, whenever you see a super trend change, okay, whenever you see a change in trend which is shown by super trend, you never take the position at the same candle, or you never take the position on the same candle which is changing the trend. Okay, so in this case, this green candle is the one where the super trend changed the trend, right? From a downtrend to an uptrend. So you never take the entry in this candle. You wait for this candle to close and then you decide whether to enter long in the next candle or maybe next to next candle. In this case, I decided to enter in the third candle, right? After the super trend changed the trend. So this is the candle. 1825 is the candle where I took a long position with 2 mega lots of crude oil at the price 3986. Okay, now it went up. Okay, it went up actually till 3986. It went up till 4000. So I was in a profit of 14 pips, but my expectation was that it will go up further. Now there's a reason for it, because the previous day's high, sorry, I'm so sorry, the present day's high was breached. The high was 3985 or 3986. It was breached, and I was expecting at least 15 to 20 to 25 points move in the upward direction, but it gave a movement of 14 points and then it started falling. Now here, will you panic? Okay, you have taken a position at 3986. It went till 4000. It was not able to sustain the up move and then it started falling. Will you panic? The answer is no. Why? Because clearly you have one of the super trends which might act as a support. Okay, so it came down. It tried to breach the super trend once and twice. Okay, it tried to breach the super trend twice, but it was not able to breach it. And then in this candle, okay, 1905 candle, it actually breached the super trend. Okay, now the question is, will you panic or will you square up your position? The answer is no. Why? Because clearly only one super trend has been breached. We still have two supports, okay, which are supporting the up move. Which are those two supports? One is the exponential moving line and the other one is the second super trend. Okay, so unless and until this lower super trend is breached, we are safe. As simple as that. Okay. So now let me get on to the position where I added one more lot. Okay, 1909 was when I added one more lot to my position. Where is 1909? This 1905 candle, right? So this is the candle. Yeah, 1905. Yeah, this is the candle which where I went ahead and added one more lot. Why I added one more lot? To increase my profits. Okay, but make sure that if you are new to crude oil, please avoid adding lots. Okay, because if crude moves in the opposite direction, your losses will be doubled. Okay, so you need to have a lot of experience and a lot of confidence in your setup. Then only you add lots to increase your profits. Okay, so I was confident enough that it will go up. Okay, because 1905 candle, it was testing the super trend, the first super trend. It had not changed the direction, right? The direction was changed in the 1910 candle, but I took the entry in the 1905 candle. Okay, so I took the position at 3981. I added one more mega lot of crude oil. Okay, now immediately after that, in the 1910 candle, super trend changed its trend from uptrend to downtrend. Now the question is, will you panic? Should I go ahead and square up my position just because one super trend was breached? The clear answer is no. Why? Because I clearly see two supports. One support is the EMA line, the other support is the second super trend. So unless and until the second super trend is breached, I'm safe. Okay, because I clearly see a support. And see what happened. It gave a beautiful support. The 34 EMA, it gave a beautiful support and pushed crude again. And after a couple of minutes, again, I forgot, this is a 5 minutes chart. We have to follow this in a 5 minutes chart. Okay. So as you can see, after some time, again, super trend went ahead and changed the trend from a downtrend to an uptrend. And now we can expect some good moves. Right. So that is when I squared up my position at 1956. 1956 means 1955 candle, right? See, 1955. This green candle is the candle where I went ahead and squared up my position at 4002 rupees, right? So a good profit, a profit of 5300, I believe. Okay, so this is the explanation how to use the strategy. I hope it is clear. Okay, so this is the order book, as you can see here. Okay, and if I go to the positions, uh, there's some problem with this software. It's stuck now. Just a moment. Let's see if it comes up. Oh, it went off. Hold on, guys. You have to hold on for some for me to go bring this up again. Uh, I hate this. Just a moment, okay? Let me go ahead and exit it. Just a moment. I'm so sorry about this. Free things are always like that. Free things are always a headache. This is a free software called as Total Control. So just a moment, okay? Uh, Let me open this task manager, and okay, rather than keeping you guys on hold, let me go ahead and stop this video, and I will start the video again once this software is up and running, and I will merge the two videos so that it will be for you to see. Okay, so let me go ahead and stop this video, and I'll be back. All right, thank you so much for your patience, guys. So I'm back right now. So the software is connected, and this is the uh, this is my mobile screen. Let me get onto the charts also. Okay, so this is the chart, this is my mobile, and I just explained the order book where I took the position with how many lots and where I exited. Okay, so the total profit as I was saying, was 5,300 here, as you can see here. And if I go to the funds, I was having 17,500 as my capital. The profit that I made was 5,300. So now my capital is 22,400. Okay, so a total profit of around 30%. Okay, so this is the order book and the position and the funds. Okay, so this is just to prove that I'm not lying. Okay, so yeah, so that was about my trades. Okay, now uh, I exited here. Let's get back to the strategy. Okay, I exited here at this candle, 1955 candle, right? 1955 or yeah, 1955 candle. 1956 means 1955. Okay, so I exited somewhere at 4002. Now, if at all I decide to stay back in this trade, let's say I decide to stay back in this trade because I expect crude oil to go up further. Okay, so the high that was made was around 4009. Okay, so I expected crude oil to go above 4009, let's say, and I did not cut my position. I did not square up my position. Okay, just to assume. Okay, so what would be the situation be like? So I decided to stay back. Okay, even if crude oil went till 4009, and immediately after that, it started falling. Okay, it fell down and it breached the upper super trend. The question is, will I panic? Will I square up my position? The simple answer is no. Again, why? Because I clearly see two supports below this. Even if the upper super trend is breached, I still have two supports. What are the two supports? The exponential moving average and the second super trend. Okay. After some time, I saw that the EMA is also breached, right? Will I panic? No, because I still know that there is another support, which is the lower super trend. So unless and until I get a trend change, okay, by the lower super trend, I am not going to square up my position. As simple as that. And you can see how beautifully it took a support at the lower super trend and moved up again. Eventually, it moved up and it even changed the trend here. Okay, it's a it's a completely different thing that after the trend was changed here, it gave a big red candle. But do we bother about it? The answer is no. Okay, we don't bother about it because we see three supports now. What are the three supports? The EMA line and both of the super trends. Okay, so right now it is a live market. Okay, it is a live market. You can see the prices moving up and down. So right now also, if I would not have squared up my position here, right now also I was safe because crude is still in an uptrend. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, I hope I was able to explain the strategy and how to work with the strategy quite clearly. Okay, so yeah, so that's it, guys. This is how the strategy works. This is how the setup is. So my humble request is to please go ahead and backtest this. Let's backtest this strategy for weeks and months, and then later sometime we will decide whether to go ahead with this as a final strategy or not to be used in the live market. Okay, and one more request is please do not uh, reject this strategy if you face losses sometimes. Stop losses will be hit. Okay, again, the stop loss. Yeah, where to keep the stop loss? The most important thing, you can keep the stop loss near the what farthest support. So let's say, for example, we made an entry here, right? So what is the entry? 3986. So I can put a stop loss at around 3956. 3956 to 3986 is a huge gap. 30-point stop loss. I do not prefer putting a 30-point stop loss. The max I prefer is 20 to 22 points. Okay, so in this case, you can put a stop loss of 20 points, maybe at 3966 here somewhere. Okay, this 3966 will be again a good support, and the support is the 34 EMA line, right? So put your stop loss near the 34 EMA line. Okay, so I hope you are clear on how to put the stop losses as well. Okay, so yeah, so back to the point, please do not reject this strategy when you face losses, when you face stop loss hits, because stop loss will be hit. Okay, it is bound to be hit because none of the strategies are 100% foolproof. Okay, there is no such strategy like that. But what matters in a strategy is how much profit is it giving to you. Okay, your profits should be more than your losses, as simple as that. Okay, so let's practice this, guys, and let's decide after a couple of weeks and months whether to use this in the live market or not, and how good is this strategy. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. I'm done with my explanations. Rest, your job starts. Okay, so again, I would request you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and the details, the other details I was talking about, can be found in the description section and also towards the end of the video. Okay, thank you so much. You all have a good night. It's 9:44 p.m. Thursday, so you all have a good night's sleep, and I hope the guys who are trading crude oil today would have made some good profits, at least would have made some profits so that they can get a good night's sleep. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for all your time and patience. I hope you all will stick back. Thank you so much. Bye bye.